You know, sometimes I just think like how glorified, like just these wanksters are, from gangster rappers to fucking the mob to whoever. You know, it's just such foolishness. It's like, what the fuck did John Gotti think was gonna happen to him? You know what I mean? Like, I had a relative that went to jail, and he probably made and was able to get away with over a lot of money, you know, a couple $1,000,000. He went to jail for like 6 years, you know, and he lost 6 years of his kids growing up, grades like 4th through 10th or whatever, you know what I mean? And then when he got home, I think I don't know if he died, I don't remember, 10 years later. So, like, what did he think was going to happen? You know what I mean? I just don't know. Like, what did John Gotti think was going to be the end result of, you know, fucking doing what you're doing? You know, like, you don't know the first time you put a gun in somebody's face that this probably, you know, isn't a job that is going to be a job that I should be doing at all. Like, I don't know if you have the sense that God gave a goose. I would say, I'll just tell you a story. So one time I was selling weed. Worst weeds, well, good weed seller, because I was giving everybody way too much fucking weed. And when I would go pay the guy the money that I owed him, he gave me like 2 pounds, and he was like, well, where's your scale? Is it calibrated? And I said, I got one of those he goes, bro, you can't be selling no fucking weight with one of them things. And I'm like, well, no, you know. He's like, he said to me, how much does an 1/8 weigh? I said, I don't know. He goes, I go, on here? And he goes, no, on a scale. I said, I have no idea. Long story short, I was giving people like an extra $40 worth of weed, $30 worth of weed every time I would sell somebody like an 1/8. And he's like, no wonder you got such good customers. It's not a bad business plan, even though you did it on accident. Well, I had a home invasion at my house. Literally, these nerds, it's a whole debacle, but I literally was getting ready. I had a girl I knew over, and I kid you not, it's kind of stupid to even say this because it would make no sense if this wasn't true, but literally we're naked. I still to this day do not know what side, when you open up a condom, I don't know why it always feels like the side that they give you just goes a couple like fucking, you know, like goes only like 2 or 3 inches, and I always feel like you got to flip it over or you know what I mean? Like, are they both no, they can't be both the correct side. So anyways, right, I know this is what I'm fucking dealing with in life, okay? So I do this trick. I rip the condom open. I'm fucking two brain cells away from blowing on it to see which way it goes. I don't know why. I just need to Google this. I just, you know, whatever. So I take my finger, I take the condom, and I poke it this way to see how much give it got. And if it doesn't go too far that way, I know that I've got it on. So it's amazing I haven't gotten anybody fucking pregnant. You know what I mean? So, long story short, I'm getting ready to put a condom on, and pow, 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 at the door. I'm like, son of a bitch. You know what I mean? And I literally walk my fat ass to the door, holding the condom, I think, because I didn't put it on yet. I mean, we're literally in position, bent over my bed, you know, I'm not trying to be weird or anything. This is 100%. God is my witness. These dudes are knocking on my door with bandanas on. And I am so, like, not even fucking, like, they're so small to me that I'm just like, I yell through the door, you got the wrong house. And I go back to the bedroom, and the door, then he starts kicking the door. And I said, I was like, I think these motherfuckers are trying to break in my house. Long story short, they kick the door open. They see me standing there. You know, I may or may not had a gun. And then they run when they see me. So they've got weapons, but I don't think they're real. I go to chase the one kid. He jumps off the second story fucking landing like a gazelle. They get the helicopter involved, all that stuff. Long story short, okay. When that happened, and my friend came over and he said, man, you don't need that little ass fucking gun. He's like, you need something like this. And he shows me this fucking, I don't even know to this day what it was called. It looked like a fucking Uzi. I have no idea. And I go, what the fuck am I going to do with that? He goes, you just put it right here in your fucking jacket and whip that motherfucker out next time and just ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga. And I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking one. I just quit my job as a corrections officer. I can already see this in the paper. I'm selling drugs. I don't know the law, but I'm selling drugs, and now I got a gun. And I'm selling drugs with a gun. I don't know about you. He's like, well, then you ain't cut out for this shit. And I said, Matt, and I think he just got out of federal prison, and it's been like fucking 20 years. I said, man, I go, he goes, sleep on it. I go, I don't have nothing to sleep on, man. I'm not a gangster, man. I'm trying to sell a little bit of weed because I'm too lazy to work right now, and I just want to go to the gym and lift weights and not fucking, and just go out at night. And, you know, I'm 26 years old. You know, I'm in good shape. I'm fucking whatever, you know. I've got a great nightlife in the town I lived in Wilmington. And, you know, we're just people partying, fucking, you know, whatever. You know, so whatever makes me think, well, like with John Gotti, like, bro, I don't feel bad for people. Like, I don't look up to them. My dad went to fucking federal prison for bullshit like that. I didn't think at any part of that shit was fucking cool, you know? I really wanted to say, oh, so you would well, you already did fucking abandon your family before, so it's not like a big deal, but you would mortgage your future of your family and your kids and your daughter who you know, fucking whatever. Dude, there ain't nothing about being a gangster. It's easier to be a gangster than it is to get up every fucking morning when you got a fucking bad hip or it's snowing outside and you're working midnights at a factory and you're trying to find a way to make, you know what I mean? So when I see people and they look up to these people, I'm just like, these people are fucking, you know. My grandfather's full Italian, second generation, and he even said, like, you know, when my cousin had a picture of John Gotti on like her wall, he was like, I don't think that shit, he goes, I don't think that shit's cute. You know what I mean? He goes, I don't know why anybody would want a picture of him on their wall. I don't know what this woman's doing. Just park your fucking luxury car. Let's go. All right. Anyways. Mm.